Good morning, everyone. Deb and Tattoo here, Fairport, New York. Here we are, and we are in, I think, about the 8th mile of our 10-mile run today. Had to do it, guys. It is the end of March in Fairport. It's almost 70 degrees and beautiful sun. So I hope that you're able to get a little of that today. So today's 2021 dedication goes out to my friend Carolyn Gregory and her family. Carolyn and I became friends through our sons, Hayden and Colin, and through a series of connecting and disconnecting for a little bit. We always seem to come back together, so I think that's a pretty cool thing when that happens. But Carolyn offered a generous donation to our 2021 effort, and as I always do, I reach out and I just like to see kind of what prompted you. Is there somebody that I can run for? Is there something that, is special to you when it comes to preventing cancer? And she shared with me that her family has a very unique experience with cancer. And I'm going to try and explain this in a way that helps you appreciate the massiveness of this experience as I learned about it. So Carolyn's about my age, younger, and her mother back in the early 2000s was diagnosed with cancer, and in that she was doing her chemo, and she was offered to be a participant in a trial that was a form of chemo that was hopeful to help prevent cancer from occurring again. I think I'm getting this right. And she willingly stepped up, knowing that she had the battle she had, and obviously your priority at that point is to battle it, to be with your family. She stepped up and said, yes, I will do that. And as a result, she had some side effects to her heart that really compromised the function of her heart and put her in a position where, yes, she did beat the cancer, but her quality of life was impacted in a way that he had not imagined. And she went on for many years. She had her knees replaced to work on her mobility. Carolyn has 2 wonderful sons, so I'm sure that had to play a part in it, being able to be with her grandchildren and the rest of her family. And she had a couple other things that we'll talk about happen. And amongst all of this, remember this was in the early 2000s, her son, Carolyn's brother, who had been born with spina bifida, I'm running, getting to a hill, I'm going to walk, had been diagnosed with lung cancer. And they came to learn that the lung cancer is a common side effect or something that's connected to spina bifida. And he passed away in his 30s, and that was in 2008. And it was something that they hadn't known about. It was part of the learnings presented to them on his path, right? And so imagine his mom in the early 2000s is, certainly putting on a warrior-like battle for herself and for us, guys, for us. She did things for us, saying, I am going to take this experience and let you try something with me for the benefit of those that I love and those around me. And while that was happening, her son entered his own battle, and he passed away in 2008. Carolyn's mom did pass away about 10 years later in 2017. And, something that made it hard for her, she was in a car accident in her later years, and it shattered one of her ankles and just kind of contributed to her challenge with mobility. But guys, I mean, think about that journey for that family, and think about the giving nature of her mom. Her mom's name was Laverne, and I think we should all, take a moment to honor the love that she had for her family, to walk through that battle, but also for everybody, for us even, to say, I would like to help others. That's a gift, and that's an experience we haven't talked about, that somebody would say, I'm willing to take this that's been put in front of me and use it in such a way that will help others. So, I would like to say thank you to her for doing that, and I feel that's something that I would think about if I was ever called onto this path again. And Carolyn's brother and Laverne's son, Stephen, he certainly had a life that he probably had a heightened sense of awareness about his body and his abilities. And, we did say goodbye to him, but Carolyn and her family went through this journey with them. And that's where the caretakers and the supporters come in. That's a journey unto its own, as I've been told. Obviously, I was on the other side, but in understanding my parents and my husband, and to be going through it for two family members at that time, I didn't know that about Carolyn, and my gosh, what an immense amount of respect that I have for that, having been something that you offered to those that you love. So let's all, make sure that we're aware of the fact that there are different things that happen that we can and can't control, but certainly sharing those experiences is something we can control, and something that, maybe our experience could go and help somebody else. So Carolyn, thank you for letting us share that, because I think your family is an example of that. Let's hope that when we're called upon to do that we will. So that is my dedication for today. It was a long one, but I think that we needed to do that. So I thank everybody for their support. The link to my page is down below, and I will put our Facebook group so that you can see all the different dedications and kind of follow us along. But for today, Tuesday, we're going to sign off. Tattoo is giving me a break. He's going to the bathroom. And we have about a mile and a half left. So have a very blessed day, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.